Good afternoon and all. Today we are going to discuss about Boyle's apparatus and how the Boyle's machine being transformed or being updated to anesthesia workstation. Coming to the brief introduction of uh, Boyle's apparatus, the evolution from simple pneumatic devices to computerized workstation. It contains centralized display, functional integration, automated pre-use checks, and to understand the knowledge of pneumatics, electronics, the computer science knowledge is required. Coming to the functions of anesthesia machine. What are the basic functions of anesthesia machine? The anesthesia, the main first and foremost important function of anesthesia machine is to deliver known anesthesia gas mixture of desired percentage and flow rate. Then comes the important aspect to prevent delivery of hypoxic gas mixture. Then to convert the supply gases from high pressure to low pressure, which we will be discussing in the later slides. And then to convert liquid agents to gases with the help of vaporizers, and to provide positive pressure ventilation, and to alter the provider to malfunction, and finally monitoring and integration. Now, coming to different types of anesthesia machine. In early days, there are two broad classification of anesthesia machine. One being continuous flow anesthesia machine and intermittent flow anesthesia. The continuous flow anesthesia machine, which we are using in Boyle's apparatus and anesthesia workstation, it contains electrical system and pneumatic system. The electrical system comprises of master switch, which activates the pneumatic and electric function, off or standby position, the battery recharge, and the electric outlet active. And, and then power failure indicator, battery backup, and electric outputs. Now, what are the different sections of pneumatic system of anesthesia machine? This is a very important aspect in the Boyle's apparatus and any other workstation, anesthesia workstation. It is classified into three major categories: high pressure system, intermediate pressure system, and low pressure system. This is the schematic representation of the anesthesia machine. As you can see here, this is the high pressure system, this is the intermediate pressure system, and this is the low pressure system. High pressure system starts from the cylinders, intermediate pressure system, starting from the pipeline, oxygen supply, fail-safe valve, pipeline pressure gauge, second stage oxygen pressure regulator, oxygen plus, and the low pressure system, which comprises of flow meters, vaporizers, and check valve to internal common gas outflow. What are the different parts of high pressure system? It comprises of hanger yoke, Borden's pressure gauge, pressure reducing valve, and high pressure tubings. What is the most important function of high pressure system and the most salient feature of a high pressure system? It receives gas from high pressure E type or A type cylinders attached to the back of the anesthesia machine at the pressure of 1900 psig for oxygen and 745 psig for nitrous oxide. This high pressure system consists of hanger yoke assembly, check valve to prevent the reverse flow of gas and to facilitate the unidirectional flow, and Borden's pressure gauge with the pressure indicator and the pressure reducing valve. This is high pressure system is usually not used unless pipeline gas supply is off. And coming to the components of the high pressure system, it starts with cylinders. The cylinders ranges from A type to H type. H type being the large, very big cylinders, and it has the following components. It is varying from different sizes, different pressures, volume and water capacity, area weight, that is dry weight, filling service pressure, that is filling ratio, and test pressure. Now coming to the gas cylinders, like for example oxygen or nitrous oxide cylinders, it has certain details in the gas cylinders itself. It is having a safety feature also. It comprises of color coding, cylinder labels, symbol of the gas, spin index safety system, pressure reducing valve, and derivate. It all will be embedded in the shoulder of the respective gas cylinders. What are the markings on the cylinder shoulder and cylinder valve? As I discussed earlier, there are few markings. There will be few markings in the cylinder shoulder and cylinder valve, which we will be discussing now. It contains the cylinder shoulders contains manufacturer's name and the service pressure, at what service pressure it is being filled, and the serial number, identifying symbol of purchaser, date of recent testing, and tariff. And the cylinder valve, which is packed in the diaphragm, it contains a symbol, serial number, conical depression, service pressure, outlet, and pin index holes. Now coming to the testing of cylinders. Before using the cylinder in the anesthesia machine, the anesthesia, the cylinders, gas cylinders are being tested every 5 years or with special permit every 10 years. The test date with comprises month and year must be permanently stamped on the cylinder. The following are the different types of tests being used to test the tensility, to test the durability of the cylinder. Namely tensile test, which is done in 1 in 100 finished cylinders, and flattening test, impact test, bend test, hydraulic pressure test. Now the color coding of the gas cylinders. What are all the color coding of the gas cylinder? As I discussed earlier, this color coding will give us a safety feature to prevent a wrong fitting of the cylinder to the anesthesia machine. These are all the color codings of the cylinders, and with both international standard and Western standard and USA standard. What we are using is international standard. For oxygen, it is black body with white shoulder. And for nitrous oxide, it is blue body with blue shoulder. And for carbon dioxide, it is gray body with gray shoulder. And for cyclopropane, it is orange body with orange shoulder. And for medical air, it is gray body with white and black shoulder. And for NTNOx, it is blue body with blue and white mixed shoulder. This is the color coding of the gas cylinders, as you can see in the picture. And the very, very important aspect in the high pressure system is pressure relief devices. It is very, very important to prevent the excessive pressure damping inside the cylinder, to get rid of the excessive and to expel the excessive pressure inside the cylinder. It is basically like a pressure cooker. It has two components. One is rupture disc and fusible plug. The rupture disc, it is a non-reclosing device with a disc against an orifice. Disc ruptures if predetermined pressure is reached. It protects against excessive pressure as a result of high temperature or overfilling. If the temperature of the cylinder is very high, or the cylinder is being overfilled, this disc will rupture and to let out the excessive pressure. Then coming to the fusible plug, it yields according to the temperature. It is thermally protected. It protects from excessive pressure caused by high temperature. It is made up of Wood's metal. What is Wood's metal? It is made of a fusible alloy. It is made of a fusible alloy that contains 50% bismuth, 25% lead, 12.5% tin, and 12.5% cadmium. And it melts at 158 degree Fahrenheit, and it is used for automatic sprinkler plugs. It yields at a temperature of 70 to 74 degrees centigrade. Now coming to the pressure relief valve. It is very, very important in high pressure system, because the high pressure system starts from the cylinder, and with high pressure, for example, 1900 psag for oxygen and 750 psag for nitrous oxide. If it enters the patient's lung, it will cause barotrauma or volutrauma. So in order to prevent that, we are having a pressure relief valve. It is a spring-loaded device. Each cylinder valve has a pressure relief device, and it prevents bursting of the cylinder. Gas escapes through it to atmosphere, recloses after normal pressure is achieved. Set pressure at which it will escape is marked on the valve. In air, helium, oxygen, nitrogen cylinders up to 500 psag, pressure relief valve is present. What is pin index system? It is a very important aspect in cylinders. It is one of the safety system in cylinders in high pressure system. Pin index safety system is being invented in the year 1952, and it is one of the safety systems of the high pressure system, so that one cylinder cannot be fitted at the another position. It consists of holes on the cylinder wall and two pins on the yoke position to fit into the holes. The port will seal only with proper alignments of the pin and holes. The pins are 4 millimeter in diameter, 6 millimeter length, and the pin number 7 is slightly thicker than the other pins. The 7 hole position are in the circumference of 916-inch radius center to the port. It is very important. Please try to note it down. And the 6 pin positions are located at an interval of 12 degrees. As you can see here, this is the pin index for oxygen, and this is the pin index for nitrous oxide. And these are the various pin index systems for various gases. We are going to focus only on air, oxygen, nitrogen, and ethanox. For air it is 1.5, for oxygen it is 2.5, for nitrous it is 3.5, for ethanox it is 7, for heliox, if the helium is more than 80.5%, it is 4.6, and if it is less than 80.5%, it is 2.4. And this is a diameter index safety system. It is one of the safety system in pipeline, wrong fitting of pipelines to the anesthesia machine. And we have discussed pressure releasing valve, and we have discussed the oxygen cylinder spin index safety system. And now coming to the hanger yoke. A hanger yoke assembly is very important, which will fit the oxygen cylinder to the anesthesia machine. It contains body, retaining screw, pin index, washer, that is Bodox seal, check valve assembly, yoke, plug, and filter. This is a picture. As you can see, this is the hanger yoke having a retaining screw, pin index. We have a Bodox seal and a filter. How to place a cylinder in the yoke? This is very important. Every anesthetist or every anesthesia or every anesthesia resident or every MBBS students or every one of you should learn how to place a cylinder in a yoke. It is having certain steps which is very important to follow. It should be followed like a stick this thing. Initially, we have to wash the hands, take out the protection device. We have to crack the cylinder. Cracking the cylinder is we have to open the cylinder slowly in order to let out the dust or other particles. In order to prevent the bursting of the cylinder. Now open the retaining screw fully. Open the gate and check for washer. Whether washer is broken, washer is intact or not. Support the cylinder with hand and foot. Place the cylinder to match the pin and the nipple. Tighten the retaining screw towards the conical depression. Open the cylinder slowly and treat the pressure. This is the different steps steps to place a cylinder in the yoke assembly. This is a Borden's pressure gauge. Borden's pressure gauge it is a bent tube. It is a flexible tube which is bent in a circular aspect, and as you can see here, this is a Borden's pressure gauge of nitrous oxide, and this is the Borden's pressure gauge. As you can see the posterior aspect of the Borden's pressure gauge. What are all the safety features in cylinder pressure indicator? The gauge is usually color coded. The name and symbol of gases are written over dial. Curved tube can rupture with high pressure, and the gauze has a vent on its back. This is the vent. This is a glass we have in the posterior aspect. It is having a vent on the back. If the pressure increases, this glass will burst, and the pressure will be let out from the posterior aspect. Gauzes are angled and placed in such a way that it can easily read by anesthetist. Instructions like use no oil, open the valve slowly, or turn on the gauge. This is the Boyle's apparatus. As you can see, the pressure pressure gauges, Borden's pressure gauges with the dial. Then coming to the pressure reducing valve. The pressure reducing valve reduces the pressure, height and variable pressure found in the cylinder. The cylinder, as we discussed earlier, the cylinder having high and variable pressures, for example, 1900 psig in case of oxygen and 750 psig in case of nitrous. These high and variable pressures pressure cylinder, it is reduced to low and more constant pressure by with the help of pressure reducing valve to the anesthesia machine at the rate of 40 to 45 psig. What is the physical principle of pressure reducing valve? A large pressure acting over a small area is balanced by a smaller pressure acting over a larger area. What are the different parts of intermediate pressure system? Now we have discussed about the high pressure system. It consists of cylinders, Borden's hanger yoke assembly, pressure relief valve, and Borden's pressure gauge. Now coming to the intermediate pressure system, these are the different parts of intermediate pressure system. The intermediate pressure system consists of pipeline inlet connections, pipeline pressure indicator and check valve, low pressure tubing, master switch, both pneumatic and electronic, oxygen pressure failure devices. This is safety mechanism to prevent hypoxic gas mixture, and oxygen flush device, gas power outlet, second stage pressure reducing valve, and flow control valve. What are all the various parts in the intermediate pressure system? Intermediate pressure system we have discussed in the previous slides also. The same thing is in addition to that, we have a oxygen flush valve and the auxiliary oxygen flow meter. This is the oxygen flush. This is the oxygen flush. Oxygen flush. Oxygen flush actually activated regardless of whether the master switch is turned on or turned off. It provides oxygen flow between 35 to 75 liters per minute to the common gas outlet downstream the vaporizer. The button is commonly recessed or placed in a collar to prevent accidental activation. It is a single purpose and self-closing device. It is usually labeled as oxygen plus. We have discussed about high pressure system, we have discussed about intermediate pressure system. Now we are moving to the low pressure system. The low pressure system, the components of low pressure systems are flow indicators, hypoxia prevention safety device, unidirectional check valve, pressure relief device, low pressure piping, vaporizer mounting device, and common gas outlet. Now coming to the various safety mechanism in anesthesia machine for not to deliver a hypoxic mixture. This is very, very important. Students, we have to be very careful. We have to prevent hypoxic mixture going to the patient. Then how to prevent? So we have various safety mechanisms to prevent the delivery of hypoxic mixture. We have oxygen pressure failure device, includes oxygen pressure safety device, oxygen supply failure alarm, hypoxia prevention safety device, includes mandatory minimal oxygen flow, minimum oxygen ratio device. We have link 25 in Datex Omega devices and oxygen analyzer. Oxygen supply failure alarm. It is very, very important safety mechanism. It is in a continuous audible 60 decibel alarm whenever the oxygen supply pressure falls below a manufacturer specified threshold, usually 30 psig. At least a medium priority alarm shall be initiated within 5 seconds. Temporarily muted, not more than 120 seconds. It resets automatically. It is a very, very important safety feature in the intermediate low pressure system. Then next coming to the Ritchie whistle. Ritchie whistle, it present in older machine like Omega, Datex Omega. When the oxygen pressure drops below 38 psi, oxygen failure whistle valve open. Whistle sounds continuously until oxygen pressure has fallen to 6 psi. At 20 psi, it cuts off the supply of anesthesia gases to the patient to prevent hypoxic gas mixture. Now coming to the flow meter. Flow meter is very important. It is also called as rotameter. We are having a torque tube with a bobbin inside, and we are having a tapering in variable tapering and constant tapering torque tube. Now we are having a flow control knob which is fluted, and a valve stop. We are having a needle and an oxygen inlet at the rate of 16 psig. We are having a valve seat and the floats. It is color. It contains color, name, chemical symbol, marking, and it is vertical. It is having a single or a dual taper. The bobbin rotates. Dot slanted grooves. Two float tubes in series and controlled by a single flow control valve. It is having an anti-static spray in flow meter. It is always placed downstream to the oxygen flow meter. It is having a radio fluorescent plastic sheet behind flow meter. In case if there is a power cut in the night time, we can see the transluminance or fluorescent flow meter, and we having a float stop. This is a rotameter depicting the constant taper and variable taper. In the constant taper, we are having a bobbin. In constant taper, we are having a bobbin and a round and a spherical ball. In case of taper, we have to read from the top of the bobbin, and in case of the ball, we have to read the flow from the center of the ball. How the flow meters are being arranged? It is being arranged in parallel or in series, and the oxygen flow meter should be downstream to the other flow meters. An oxygen leak. Why the oxygen flow meter should be in the downstream? Because if there is any oxygen leak from the flow tube, it can produce a hypoxic mixture regardless of arrangement of the flow meter. So this is the downstream location of the oxygen. The red color is the downstream location of the oxygen. Now coming to the auxiliary oxygen flow meter. In every Boyle's apparatus, we can able to see the auxiliary oxygen flow meter. It is self-contained flow meter with its own flow control tube, flow indicator, and outlet. It is a short tube with the maximum flow of 10 liters per minute. Unlike oxygen flash, which can be given up to 35 to 75 liters per minute. And this auxiliary oxygen flow meter can be given with a maximum flow of 10 liters per minute. It is usually on the left side of the machine, can be used to supply oxygen to patient without turning on the machine. Older machines works on pipeline supply. In newer machines, it works on cylinder and pipeline supply both. Now coming to the vaporizers. Vaporizers, we are having a different vaporizers with tech mechanism, interlocking devices. We are having a low filling float, indicator of agent. It is color coded. It is having a key fillers and anti-spill mechanism. And also we are having a unidirectional check valve and a back and a common gas outlet. What faults can occur in an anesthesia machine? What are all the faults? Okay? What are all the default or fault can occur in the anesthesia machine? It can be a failure of gas supply. It can be cross connection leak. It can be a flow meter or vaporizer fault. It can be a ventilator fault. It can be a failure or malfunctioning of warning devices or monitors. It can be a fault in the patient's breathing system. So this fault should be rectified prior to starting this case. We have to rectify all these faults. So there comes the checklist. How to check the anesthesia machine prior to starting a case. We have to check for a leak test. So the Draeger machines, there is no outlet check valve. The positive pressure leak test at 50 to 30 centimeter of water, more than 30 seconds is being performed. And in Datex Omeda with the outlet check valve, the negative pressure leak test or universal leak test is being performed 30 liters per minute and less than 30 seconds. This is the negative pressure leak test or universal leak test. So we have to attach a manometer cuff. We have to attach the manometer cuff with the tubing into the common gas outlet. We have to set the. We have to inflate. We have to inflate fully, and we have to attach to the common gas outlet, and we have to turn off the vaporizers, and we have to turn on the oxygen at 3 liters per minute, and this this bulb should remain deflated for more than 20 seconds. If it is being deflated for more than 20 seconds, that means there is no leak inside the machine. This is the old Boyle's machine. As you can see, what are all the improvements in conventional anesthesia machine as compared to the Boyle's? They have upgraded the conventional anesthesia machine to improve the safety of the anesthesia and for patient safety also. It includes minimum oxygen ratio device, that is a hypoxic guard, and oxygen supply failure alarm, mandatory minimal oxygen flow, that is 125 to 250 ml per minute, oxygen analyzer, ventilator, vital sign monitor with or without gas spirometry, master switch include both pneumatic and electric, lighted flow meter, air flow meter, etc. And what are all the safety features of newer anesthesia machine? It reduces external connection, more accurate and corrected tidal volume through compliance, fresh gas compensation, and fresh gas decoupling, etc. Prevention of excessive air pressure, low flow adaptation, electronic selection of ventilation parameters, integrated monitoring and pressurized alarm system, automatic pre-use checkout. These are all the various safety features of newer anesthesia workstation as compared to the older Boyle's machine. Thank you so much.